Good morning, everyone, and happy Sabbath. For those of you who do not know, I'm Kerstin Ferguson. I am a registered nurse. I work in the emergency room down at Sutter, Sacramento, and I really enjoy my job. It's really rewarding to be able to help people when they're not necessarily at their best. This last couple weeks, we've seen a lot of people who are concerned that they either have coronavirus or just a handful that actually have. And I know everybody's heard about it. We've been talking about it on the news and all the time, and probably most people are tired of talking about it. But I feel like now is a really good opportunity to talk about how we can strengthen our body's ability to fight things like coronavirus and other viruses and bacteria. The reason that coronavirus has been so troubling and disturbing for people is because it's a brand new virus. It's something that our bodies haven't been exposed to before, and so we don't have any acquired immunity towards the virus. The good news is, though, the body has a functioning immune system called the innate immune system, and it fights regardless as to whether our body's been exposed to the pathogen before or not. It's our body's first line of defense against sicknesses. And so I wanted to talk to you a little bit about that today and talk to you about one simple way that we can improve our body's ability to fight through the innate immune system. I want to show you a video really quick, and it's a really short snippet that shows one of our white blood cells, a neutrophil. It's a phagocyte, which means that it's able to engulf foreign substances such as viruses and bacteria. This is a cell that's part of the innate immune system, and every time I see this video, I'm just so amused by just how awesome our bodies are and how God created us with such amazing abilities. So just want to take a few seconds here to go ahead and show you this video. I hope you enjoyed that video as much as I do. Every time I watch it, I'm just in awe, and it just reminds me of how God really did create us fearfully and wonderfully. Okay, so what is the one way that we can strengthen this group of fighters that's there at a moment's notice when we have an invader in our body? So the one way, it's super simple, is to have enough vitamin D. So the majority of Americans are actually vitamin D deficient, and especially in the wintertime, one of the ways that you can get vitamin D is to go out in the sun, and a lot of people aren't outside because it's cold and the sun is covered by clouds or whatnot, so it's common to be more vitamin D deficient in the wintertime. But that's one way that we can increase our levels of vitamin D, is to get enough sunlight, and it needs to be sunlight that isn't obstructed by clothes or sunscreen. So if you can get out in the sun for 15 to 30 minutes every day, depending on your skin type, so people that are lighter skin need less time, people who are darker skin need more time. And if you can expose as much skin as possible while still being decent, that's the best way to get it from the sun. Now, if that's not an option, then there are other ways that you can get it through foods and supplements. There aren't a lot of foods that have vitamin D occurring in them naturally. Eggs do have some vitamin D in them. Other foods are fortified, such as milks, almond milk, soy milk, and cereal. And then mushrooms actually have vitamin D in them because they're grown under UV light. So they have some naturally occurring vitamin D in them. Otherwise, you can get a supplement and take that. The recommendation is between 4 and 800 international units of vitamin D a day for an adult. But some people need more, some people need less. So that's something that you can discuss with your doctor. But it's really important to have enough vitamin D in your system for your innate immune system to actually work properly. One of the ways that vitamin D helps to improve your body's ability to fight is it activates some antimicrobial proteins that are naturally occurring in the upper and lower respiratory tract system, and it attacks the cell wall of the bacteria to try to invade those areas. By attacking the cell wall, it basically kills the bacteria. And this is important when it comes to coronavirus because one of the dangers associated with coronavirus is that it attacks the lungs and then it causes respiratory failure. So having these antimicrobial proteins present where God created them to be is really important. Another way that vitamin D helps strengthen the body's ability to fight is it helps the immune cells proliferate. It helps them to increase in number. It also produces cytokines. Now, cytokines are how cells communicate with each other. So if a group of white blood cells comes across a threat, so a virus or a bacteria in the bloodstream, they send out cytokines, and it's the cytokines that bring other white blood cells to that area to fight. And so they concentrate their actions in one place to try and overcome that pathogen. So these are 3 ways that vitamin D really helps to strengthen the immune system. So it's important, especially right now, that we get enough vitamin D in either our diet or if we get outside in the sunlight so that we can get vitamin D that way. As an added benefit, vitamin D also helps prevent autoimmune disorders. While it strengthens the innate immune system, it tends to decrease the acquired immune system to an extent. It's often the acquired immune system that malfunctions and becomes overactive and causes autoimmune disorders. And so vitamin D actually helps to prevent that in a lot of ways. So that's another added benefit to having enough vitamin D in your diet. So try to get outside today and get a little bit of sunlight and increase the vitamin D in your diet, and that will help your immune system to fight to its fullest potential. Hope everyone's staying well and that you have a great Sabbath today and enjoy the rest of the service. God bless.